Alright, broski, I'm back, man, with a new video on Greg Doucette, Bomba Clot Man. Yeah, Greg, the Bomba Clot Man Doucette. So he did a video. There was a guy called Tech Lead. I've known about him a long time ago. I used to watch some of his videos. Funny guy. I know about the video that he made, this controversial video about muscles or exercise shortening your lifespan. You know what I mean? So yeah, and the muscles and whatever. Okay, let's review this video by Craig Doucette, reviewing Tech Lead.
I'm going to show you what he says, talk about it, and prove that this guy is a cookbook.
And I'm going to show you too and prove that Greg Doucette is full of shit. Yeah, man. Hold on a second. All right, sorry, I had to pop up one other thing I need to prove. So let's just keep watching this video.
Coach Greg, and I got a bone to pick with this guy. His name is Tech Lead. He's got 1.4 million followers, and he has the audacity to post this video. Muscles?
Oh my gosh, he has 1.4 million. He may influence them. They may be Coach Greg's followers. He may be losing his own followers. Oh my God, God forbid, eh? The fitness fake industry. Why muscles can shorten your life. How to live longer. It's not that muscles will shorten your life. It's what you're doing to get those pretend muscles. They could be fake, they could be real. I don't know. I'll explain this.
Shorten your life. How to live longer. And so I got sent this video by a number of people saying, Coach Greg,
Look, it's not the muscles themselves that will shorten your lifespan. It's the working up to getting them that will shorten your lifespan. Whatever it is you're trying to do to get these muscles. They could be fake, inflammatory, sarcoplasmic. They could be fiber growth. They could be myofibular growth. I don't know, man, what people are doing out there.
I make a video on this.
Muscles can kill you. You're going to shorten your lifespan that way. A lot of the bodybuilders actually don't live past 48. That's the average age that they live to.
Okay, I know what he means. He means catching up to it. That's true. The mean of age of death it's true. It's true what he's saying. This not lying. I mean, I've looked these up too before, so yeah, he's not lying here.
And so he begins the video by discouraging everyone from going out there and lifting weights, saying, yeah,
He's not discouraging them from lifting weights. He's simply making a point, Greg.
you're celebrating making the gains, but those gains, they're going to kill you. After all,
They could if they're fake gains. Not the gains are going to kill you. The working up to getting those fake gains, like your testosterone and your fake powders and things to gain fake muscles. Doing this chronically. The problem is it's chronic. Look, I'll prove this, okay, really fast before we go on with the video, the rest of it. So the first one is this one. Just a second. Is physical activity cause of longevity? It is not as straightforward as some would believe. Okay, critical analysis. So let's go down here. It says here, consequently, right there at the top. Consequently, the undisputed health-related benefits of exercise have yet to translate into any proven causal relationship with longevity. Well, there you go. There is no proof. So I proved it with that. He's going to say, well, I got a degree in kinesiology. Well, I got PubMed. Okay, bro? Much better than what you got. Okay, so the next one is the link between chronic stress and accelerated aging. People exposed to chronic stress age rapidly. Okay, who do you know that's exposed to chronic stress? Lifters. They're lifting chronically. And people that work in physical jobs who are lifting stuff chronically, like factory workers or whoever. The telomeres in their cells of all types shorten faster. Yeah. So does exercise have any health benefits? Yeah. The benefits are it shortens your lifespan. It shortens your telomeres. Yeah. That's what it does. You stress, you age rapidly. You're accelerating aging. Yeah, man. Because that's how human bodies work. Inflammation is another important feature of stress, and you guys are all getting an inflammatory response, creating inflammatory muscles. That, along with aging, accounts for the phenomenon of inflammaging. And even food can cause this. The food you're eating is wrong as well, and working out. You got inflammation in your stomach and your body. In addition to aging itself, inflammation can contribute to the development of several pathologies, including atherosclerosis, diabetes, hypertension, and others. That's why these athletes and everybody, it's so healthy. That's why they're getting heart attacks and they have cardiovascular disease, they get diabetes, they get all kinds of problems. Even runners, they die young. These long distance runners and stuff like that, they die young, bro. Yeah, because of stress. So, oxidative stress is one main mechanism related to stress. That's another one. Oxidative stress, you're breathing more. Yeah. ROS. Oxidative stress is caused by the overproduction of reactive oxygen species that can damage various tissues. The main source of ROS is the mitochondria. You're damaging them. But suppressed by mitochondrial mutations, mitophagy, aggravated situation, boom. So I don't want to go through the whole thing. You could read this yourself. Chronic inflammation and subsequently with the inflammaging. Yeah, that's what you're all getting in a gym. Chronic inflammation by lifting chronically. You're aging yourself. That's all you're doing in a gym. Are you building muscle chronically lifting? I don't know what kind of muscle you're building. You guys are all eating the wrong diet, a herbivore diet, so you're getting sarcoplasmic muscles. And you get inflammatory response. There's also pathological stress in aging. Pathological stress considered to be an important risk factor. Numerous diseases and common feature pathologies, cellular senescence, which causes functional alterations and is associated with cancer and cardiovascular, neurodegenerative, and autoimmune disorders. Yeah. All these conditions are usually associated with whole body aging, but in the case of lasting severe stress can occur early in life. So there's a whole bunch of range of things there, man, that's going to cause diseases, this, that. So yeah, is exercise healthy for you? No causal relationship, my friend. See, there you go. I proved it. Now let's watch it.
Overall, it's going to cause cardiovascular disease, and that the average age
It's what it said there. It's going to cause cardiovascular disease.
of death for a bodybuilder is close to 48 years of age. And so you're thinking, wow,
That's right.
48. But how many old people body? It's kind of like that study that said the average age of death for a marathon runner is somewhere in the early 50s. But how many people 80, 90 years old are actually running marathons? And
Again, these people running these marathons, they never ran before. These so-called, he's 90 years old running a marathon. Yeah, because he's never ran before. He just started running. And the ones that the ones that did run, they're all dead. And the ones that are running, well, they've never ran before. What are you talking about, Greg? Greg tries to fool you with everything, make you believe in crazy fantasy things. It's better. It's not what you think you know. It's what you don't know that can hurt you. So it's better to know these things.
so if you only study the people who are actively bodybuilding and say, what age did they die? Is it actually a fair comparison?
Because they're dead. And the ones that never did lift started lifting now in their old age. And then some of them are even on TRT. They're taking steroids, TRT, whatever, okay? So that's the difference.
If you think of it, do you think these people are dying because they were working out, building muscles?
Man, I know so many old ladies that woke up all of a sudden their old age, around 60 or something, and they started lifting weights, okay? And then all of a sudden they die. Down the road, they die much later, maybe at 80, 70. They live a little bit longer, and then they're dead. I don't know. They don't live that much longer. You got these other guys that were lifting, and they died young. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? You think that NCBI lied? Oh, come on, man.
Or do you think it might maybe have something to do with the abuse of performance-enhancing drugs? Like,
No, he's not. He's talking in general in public, but you're confusing it with fake bodybuilders, bro. You and your drugs and your crazy bodybuilders. Shut up.
really think about it.
The problem is that we have this epidemic of
This is to divert your attention. All you people chronically lifting in these gyms are accelerating aging, okay? You're gonna die young.
influencers and social media online just promoting the gym, supplements, protein powders, and you have to understand that this is a big business.
And so his beef is that there's a bunch of social media influencers, you know, fit guys like Sean Nalajwick, perhaps Coach Greg, Jeff Cavalier, and that we promote the use of protein powders, going to the gym and lifting weights, and doing 150 minutes of of cardiovascular activity every single week. And so he says because of that, people are going to die an early death, and that we don't want you to know the truth, that we're actually lying to you in secret for profit. We want to make more money than last time, and so we lie to you and tell you to go to the gym, to work out, to eat a healthy diet, because it makes us money. And that if we actually told you the truth, we'd say, hey, stay away from the gym, don't work out. All that stuff, it's going to shorten your life.
A lot of people just didn't believe it. They were making fun of me, saying I'm some wimp, some soy boy programmer.
Yeah, they could make fun of anything, man, but you're telling them the truth because the truth hurts that's the problem in this world. People can't handle the truth, but the thing is, it's better not to be ignorant. They're just ignorant of the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. That's their problem.
Nerd
And so, yeah, they stated these things about you.
They're not God, these people. They don't control the body or reality whatsoever, bro. We all know that it accelerates aging. People that work physical jobs, they didn't live long. Your dad died young, most likely heart attack, this, that, working these crazy physical jobs and eating a slave diet.
Because, well, let's look at Exhibit A. You're sitting there, you have a Google desk job, you promote people to be sedentary.
Why do coal miners die so young? Coal miners, all these mining people, why did they die so young? Nobody wanted to go into coal mining. They knew it would shorten their lifespan. What shortened coal miners' lifespans? What shortens factory workers' lifespans or people that work extreme physical jobs? What shortens it? Stress. So you take on more stress, the more you shall shorten your lifespan.
Not work out, and you think that if you have muscle, that it's somehow going to shorten your life. But
no, not that you have muscle. Muscle's not going to shorten your life. The trying to get there will shorten your life. Man, this guy's crazy.
Never even for 1 second mention that
Again, he's showing these pills. Do you think these pills are not stressing your body out, man? They're made out of plant toxins. Fuck. They're destroying you.
These people are dying probably abusing steroids.
Muscles equals...
No, these people didn't die abusing steroids in fitness gyms. Not everybody's on steroids, Greg. Get it? You understand, Greg? Not everybody's like you, a piece of shit.
Health. No, muscles maybe make you stronger, but doesn't mean you're going to live longer by any means.
I don't know if muscles make you stronger. I know androgen receptors make you stronger. You should look that one up. But as far as real muscles, yeah, real ones, they can make you stronger. Not the fake ones, sarcoplasmic muscles or inflammatory response muscles. Not going to make you stronger.
I don't think anyone thinks that muscle equals health. However, having some muscles, of course, is associated with...
The question is, are you actually building muscle? Well, read this thing called the myonuclear domain size limit. Muscle has a nuclear domain size limit where it reaches a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process, where it's beyond, the project is beyond to donate any more extra nuclei to that domain to further any growth. So you need nuclei to synthesize protein. That's another problem to further that growth. But again, you're not damaging muscles either in the gym because the repeated bout effect protects muscle from any more damage. Otherwise, you'd end up in a stupor. All these factory workers and people, physical jobs, end up in a stupor in rhabdo in a hospital dying in a coma.
Longevity. If you look at studies on longevity, those who are the weakest have the least amount of muscle. They, in fact, live shorter lives. Now, I'm not saying that you have...
That's why muscle damage can only happen very periodically. Very, very periodically. And really, it happens in unaccustomed things. And then it becomes very strong the first time because it remodels itself super strong and resilient from being broken down again.
To be a Mr. Olympia caliber bodybuilder, but I am saying that if you have...
What does this have to do with what he was talking about? He never talked... Tech Lead never talked about steroid people. Look at again, see, this is to deviate. He knows his crowd is a fitness crowd, a regular group watching him. So he's going to put all the onus on these steroid people, which are a handful in public, that all cause mortality. It's steroid people. It's my group of people. It's me, our group, me, us. We're all dying. We're sickly. Yes. Throw them under the bus, Greg. Throw them under the bus.
Very weak muscles, that you're frail, you don't work out, that yes, that in fact can shorten your life.
And all people have the same size.
No, it doesn't. If you eat your normal diet, which is an animal-based diet, you're not going to lose your muscle. You're not going to lose anything, bone or any strength or anything. If anything, meat, animal food is anti-aging. Says that. I can bring that up too in Google, but I'm not going to bring up everything, man.
Of heart. It's like your heart is now trying to support an elephant.
I mean, I've
That's
only
true. You get a enlarged heart lifting. That's another thing. Chronic lifting enlarges your heart. That's probably all you're going to ever get in that gym if you're a chronic lifter. You're not really building muscle in a gym. Gyms don't build muscles. They break down proteins and then you get protein turnover, or you could build up protein. Yeah. You're not damaging, not bypassing the nuclear domain. Whole bunch of things, man. I would say that nuclei could be associated with longevity, definitely. There are benefits to lifting, but it's very specific and it can't be often.
a minute and a half in the video and look at the nonsense guy saying, oh, all people have the same size heart. Really? Well, when I used to teach physical education
They do. They all have the same size heart. And then if you're lifting, you're going to increase the size of that heart.
as a school
You're going to increase the heartbeats, which are going to shorten your lifespan. And an increased heart, a hypertrophied heart, could be very bad for you.
teacher, I used to teach kids that most people have a heart about the size of their fist. And so if you look at a 100-pound female in comparison to a 300-pound male, the 300-pound male probably going to have a bigger heart than a 100-pound female. And so if you have more muscle than someone, then it's going to put too much strain on your heart.
I don't know that for sure. You pull it out and check it, did you, Greg?
Really think that if you go to the gym and perhaps train your entire body twice a week and that you train
And she's moving this tire for what purpose? Like throwing this tire over and over again to stress her body out, to accelerate aging? What is the purpose of doing this? It's going absolutely nowhere but exhausting her, and that's it. And then she's probably going to eat her shitty diet again, her slave diet with sugar, to replenish the carbohydrates. I got to replenish the energy I just lost. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? That's it. You want to use sugar to destroy yourself even further. That's stress on your body. Your body is not meant to eat sugar. Sugar is a drug.
natural that you're going to put on so much muscle that it's going to put so much strain that your heart isn't going to be able to handle it.
No, you're going to try to put on muscle, and there's going to be so much strain, it's going to accelerate aging, bro. Get it? These inflammatory response muscles, because you're not damaging, because repeated bout effect phenomena, and you're not bypassing the myonuclear domain size limit. I'll tell you why, because you get it the first time when you get a newbie gain when you come in the gym. So that reaches a ceiling limit. You can't donate any more nuclei after that first bout. Yes, man. And then what protects it? Repeated bout effect phenomena. It protects muscle from repeated bout of muscle damage. That's it. It's over, bro. Now, the overcoming that would be, overcoming that, well, it's very specific training. And to build muscle is a very short run. In reality, to really build muscle is real muscle is a very short run. It's not something that you need to go to the gym forever to try to, I gotta go to build muscle, and you don't build muscle in gyms. It's kind of simple.
You're going to perhaps die at the age of 50. Are you kidding me?
And a heart has a limited number of beats, which is going to last long.
Because all these people that are going to gyms have never built muscles. What they're chasing is the artificial muscle growth, that inflammatory response, the fake muscles, and walk around and flame muscles and some sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. They call it the pump. That's why they're always buying these containers. The pump, juice, the pump, eat carbs, the pump. Yeah. What is that pump? Glycogen.
A car sitting in a garage, or a car that's just revving at 5,000 RPMs in neutral.
And so is there no in between? For example,
He's absolutely correct. Now, Greg is going to say, if I don't drive my car, my battery is going to die. What?
McLaren, if I don't ever take it for a drive, it could die out the battery. It's not good. You actually
If I don't drive it, it could die out the battery. Oh, then get a new battery. If you wear out your car, it'll die eventually over time, driving it like crazy.
want to take it for a drive. And so just like a car, you're supposed to go and work out your body. And yeah, you shouldn't.
Just like a car, you're supposed to work out your body. Where's the reasoning? Where's the sense in that? This guy's insane, bro. He's delusional. This little man is delusional.
Overtrain. You shouldn't do it too much. But you also shouldn't do nothing. Does he not understand that there's a happy medium? Somewhere in the middle, it's...
You aren't doing nothing. You're living life. You're eating, you're getting up, you're walking, visiting people, doing a bunch of stuff. You understand me? Yeah. And people are working. They're busy.
all about balance.
No, I am 2X first aid certified.
And so we have to listen to this guy. I mean, he's got 2 first aid certifications. I mean, he studied first aid. In comparison, I only have a master's in kinesiology. And so what would I know? This guy...
What would I know, man? Lions, they look young. They look young. And even when they die, they look young. They're carnivores like humans. And what do? They eat once a week practically, once in a while. And that's humans used to do that in the past too as well. We would eat a lot of protein or meat, animal meat, like lions, raw. We would eat it raw. And then we would relax sometimes for a whole week. Sometimes you wouldn't eat for a whole week because you're satiated because it's busy in there. The cells are absorbing nutrients. Your body wants to live off and absorb nutrients. Get it? That's what it wants. High nutrient diet you'll be long lived and you'll be healthier. You understand? It doesn't like sugar and all these weird other foods and these concoctions and fake powders and everything, byproducts and toxins and shit. It doesn't like that. That too stresses your body and ages you. Eating these protein powders, fake food, sugar and all this, and all his testosterone, all his tablets will also stress you and shorten your lifespan. And going to a gym, and then that accelerates even more. Man, it's right on the pedal, bro.
He studied first aid.
All of the gyms happen to have these AED devices to resuscitate people during heart failure, stroke. A abnormally high percentage of heart failure happens at the gym.
And for being a smart guy and calling people...
Yeah, why do they need that in the gym? Because it's an unhealthy sport. It's unhealthy what you're doing. Health is not associated with doing physical things. I'm sorry, man.
Out and saying, oh, you guys don't know how to think clearly. How does this guy not know how to think? He's saying, why would...
How could be jumping, I don't know, jumping off a building and falling on your body and, throwing your body around on a mat be healthy, like these wrestlers throwing their bodies up and down, smashing their skulls and stuff? How could that be healthy? Boxing, pounding your head back and forth, bobbing, how could that be healthy? Why didn't you ask Muhammad Ali how healthy he was after getting his head fucking knocked in? Yeah, this is very healthy. Yes, exercise, bro, yes. Exercise is healthy, jumping up and down, falling, doing weird shit, bro, to your body, which your body doesn't like. It fucking hates all that shit that you're doing to it, stressing it out like crazy. I gotta play hockey, sweat it out, man. You may yourself enjoy it, but your body's not liking that at all whatsoever.
They have a defibrillator in a gym. All these fit people working out. Does every person that goes to...
Oh, all these fit people working out. The reason they're working out is because they're unfit. Here's the problem. They're living an unnatural lifestyle, okay? They feel incompetent. They feel whatever. They feel lesser of themselves. So they're poisoning themselves with herbivore diet, the wrong diet, and living an unnatural lifestyle, very artificial lifestyle. So they're unhealthy. What do? They want to go to the gym and get healthy. They think that is the cure for their unhealthy lifestyle, them being unhealthy. So they all want to run to the gym, and that's what they want to do. That's it. The other people, they just suffer in limbo. But they go to the gym thinking, yeah, I'm going to get healthy and fitness and all that. You're not healthy. You're not fit. You're not nothing, bro. You're just accelerating more aging. You're causing more damage to your health. Yeah. Sugar is a drug. It's a powerful drug to make you feel good at the same time where you go to the gym. As I know people right away, what do? They go have Cokes and whatever. They go to McDonald's right away.
The gym look fit to you? There are people every single year. Go to a gym in January. Half the gym is filled with people lifting for the very first time. New Year's resolution to get in shape. And remember, accidents can happen anywhere. And so regardless if you're in a...
Of course accidents can happen. This is like an accident happening. Going to the gym all the time, destroying yourself, bit by bit.
Gym, or perhaps you're on a plane or on a boat, you're going to have a defibrillator. It just makes sense. People are looking out for safety.
We can actually see here some of the data.
Yeah, but Craig, it's supposed to be such a healthy lifestyle. Why do they need a defibrillator in there?
Bodybuilders die around age 48.
And so no, the average bodybuilder is not going to die at the age of 48. And even if it was the case...
They do. These people die pretty young and stuff. I don't know. Some are lucky to live longer than others, some not. Depends, because they went totally sedentary. It's all relative, man.
Let's assume that it was actually right. If you ever did a bodybuilding show, you died 48. Do you think it's for natural bodybuilders? This is for professional bodybuilders who are competing. And so if you actually look at some of the most famous bodybuilders in the world, would you say the average bodybuilder died at 48? Who are some of the most famous bodybuilders that you can think of? Perhaps Arnold Schwarzenegger? Do you really think Arnold was natural?
The heart is simply not strong enough, in my belief, to support these big muscles.
He's saying the heart just simply isn't big enough to support...
Yeah, to support, well, for them, it's not big enough to support their fake muscles that they grew. But those fake muscles will go away once they're stopped taking the drugs.
these big muscles. Unlike Michael Hearn, who says, hey, hearts are very strong. They can support people who are 600 pounds of fat. You don't need to do cardio. You just need to lift weights. And so, no, I'm not going to go that far. I don't think that the heart is made to support people who are 500 or 600 pounds, but certainly can support somebody who goes to the gym 3 times a week and has 20 pounds more muscle than they would have without training.
What about medium muscles? Are you going?
Those overweight people are suffering. The shit, man, they're suffering, I'm telling you. And people going to the gym are suffering too. They know it. They have to force themselves to go in there. The body doesn't want to go in there, but you force your body to go in there and keep pushing it. Doesn't like that. Doesn't want that. But you don't want to listen to your body anymore.
To live longer? Yeah, maybe a little bit longer for medium muscles.
And so he says if you extrapolate this data, then perhaps medium-sized muscles can help you to live longer. And so why doesn't he start the video with that? Hey, everyone, I want to promote the fact that you should...
It's not medium-sized muscles will make you live longer. It's the fact that you haven't lost any muscle that'll keep you in good shape. And how do you do that? Well, you have to eat your natural diet, but people are not doing that.
Train natural, that medium-sized muscles, the kind you can build while training natural, that can help you to live longer. But if you abuse performance-enhancing drugs and build massive, huge muscles like that of professional bodybuilders, that can shorten your life. I can go with
Yeah, but nobody's doing that, Greg. I don't know, unless they're crazy out there.
that. But this isn't the video he's making.
There's a lot of big money in the fitness industry. You've got gyms, protein powders, equipment, supplements, and they're going to try to obscure the data, hide this from you.
And so he's comparing the fitness industry, guys like myself or Sean Naljoy, and he's saying that perhaps we're trying to hide these things in the way that the...
You are hiding it. You're hiding the myonuclear domain size limit. You're hiding repeated bout effect phenomena. You're hiding that. You're hiding that part about the stress, where this stress will accelerate aging, telomere shortening, a whole bunch of things, disease come along with it. You're not informing the public of the repercussions, how should I put it, the side effects of this so-called exercise. What are the side effects? Here's the thing. What are the benefits of exercise and what are the side effects? You have to weigh the pros and the cons. See what I mean? There are no pros other than you'll be fit. Fitness. Look, man, I'll go back to this really quick. The only pro in this would be here. Physical activity improves fitness. See, the only thing about physical activity, it says physical activity improves fitness and physical function. That's it. That's it. It improves fitness and physical function. What does that mean? It means you're good at doing these things. That's all. Just means you're doing good at doing these things, your movement, your body. That's about it.
The cigarette industry was doing so? Really? You comparing us saying to go lift weights is equal to telling people that smoking cigarettes is not harmful?
You'll quickly find this type of news story
Cigarettes can be harmful, yeah.
of deaths associated with muscle building happens year after year.
And so, yeah, there are...
It is. It's associated with people trying to build muscle. These deaths. Yes. And these bodybuilders, fake bodybuilders, and fitness people in gyms and wherever. They're dying. They're dropping off, man. They disappear.
That's associated with muscle building year after year. Does he talk about the fact that perhaps these people had genetic predispositions? That they perhaps were given those shots that we were told we should do? Or that these people...
I don't know. That's a possibility too. That's now. But what about in the past, before? Come on, man. Are you telling me people that work in physical jobs, that die young, your father and coal miners and everything, that die young doing these heavy-duty physical jobs, you're telling me that it's healthy to do physical jobs? What way is it healthy? Nobody likes to work. Listen, man, if it was possible, nobody would want to work. You've been enslaved by the elites to work. You're a slave. They put you to work so they can live off the vials of you. They're like leeches living off you, the slaves. Get it? They taking you out of nature. In nature, you wouldn't do any of these things because you wouldn't want to. You understand? Like you don't want to now. You don't want to get up 5 a.m. and run to some slave job to get your slave pay, to eat your slave food. You understand me? Nobody does.
People were perhaps taking performance-enhancing drugs. He doesn't mention that. Oh, it's just that they go to the gym and lift weights.
The results are startling. The highest death rate is actually among men who exercise the longest and hardest. Who would have believed that?
And so he cherry-picks studies.
That's the truth.
You look like those who exercise over 140 minutes a week are those who die the soonest, the earliest? Really? When we all know that VO2 max is the number one predictor of longevity, and that those with the
No, it's not. That's a lie, too. They just made that up, man, so they can make money off you selling the stupid VO2 max crap.
highest VO2 max, those that really train harder than last time, the elite, the best of the best, that those people live the longest. And so why is he cherry picking this study when he could be looking at all the others?
The guys who do hardly any vigorous exercise had a lower death rate than the people who do the most. So this may sound
That's right. That's true. The longest lived people, they were sedentary and their cholesterol was very high, they found. Yes. All the things that are unhealthy for you, sedentary and having high cholesterol. It's funny how all these people lived over 100, when they checked their blood, they had high cholesterol and they lived a very sedentary lifestyle. Okay.
counterintuitive.
Yeah, it is counterintuitive. It's not correct. That's why it's counterintuitive. You're just spewing bullshit.
At first, but there's so much data backing this up. And so we can see here the cardiovascular deaths amongst pro bodybuilders compared to American men.
And so why didn't he just say, yeah, pro bodybuilders, they're oftentimes abusing steroids, and so it's not healthy? I mean, I've quite literally done videos on this in the past. I've stated, if you're a professional bodybuilder abusing steroids, you're probably just as unhealthy as somebody who doesn't work out that's morbidly obese. Both extremes are not good.
Pro wrestlers, WWF people happen to die much earlier than people in other sports.
That's what I mentioned in the beginning. People throwing their bodies around. Boxing, pro wrestlers, ramming their bodies all over the place. Doesn't like that. It's a very stressful sport, man. Very stressful.
What do you think pro wrestlers are doing? You really think Hulk Hogan's natural? That he had the 24-inch python?
The largest arms in the world.
You think he got all those muscles from saying his prayers and eating the vitamins? Of course not. In comparison, most professional sports, they actually do steroid drug tests for performance-enhancing drugs. Not saying that none of them actually use performance-enhancing drugs, but at least they test for it, and so it's a little bit harder to use them.
Steroids don't kill. They don't kill. It's what you're doing that kills you on them.
Even if you take a look at pro bodybuilders compared to NFL players, MLB players, their death rate is almost double that of in other sports.
I mean, does this guy never heard of a steroid? Does this guy have no clue that bodybuilders can use steroids? He doesn't know this? He doesn't realize this?
You know, some of this is related to using steroids or performance.
Steroids, they don't kill you, man. You could take the biggest shot in the world and you wouldn't die. A couple thousand milligrams and you wouldn't be dead. Why? Because what you're doing on it, wearing your body out, pushing beyond what it can do. And well, steroids themselves, they could put stress on you because they're toxic. The toxicity. But the steroid itself, the molecule, it's the toxins that really kill you.
Enhancing drugs. So while, yes, the drugs and steroids can explain some of the deaths.
And so, yeah, it explains some of the deaths. It might, in fact, explain nearly all of them.
And you still may be shaving off 2 years, 5 years, 10 years off of your life just by trying to look good on social media.
Because steroids stress your body, okay, and the stress you're putting on it.
Look good is not going to shave off 2, 5, 10, or 20 years off your life if you're doing it natural in a healthy way. If you're going to the gym, doing cardio, and eating healthy. But being sedentary, eating like shit, being a couch potato, that could shave off years of your life.
Correlation between heart failure and muscles continues to be alarming, and even more so when you consider the young age at which too many pro bodybuilders are dying from heart failure.
Correlation does not equal causation. How many times have we heard this by now? In practically every single study, people say, this caused that. No, it didn't. There are co-founding factors, namely steroids.
Muscles don't attract women, just like how fast cars don't attract women. Muscles attract men.
Muscles do not attract women. Really.
That's kind of true, man. Women, that doesn't attract women, man. That doesn't attract women. It attracts other men. That's true.
No woman has ever looked at a guy with a chiseled physique, a little bit of muscle, and thought, yeah, that guy looks attractive.
No, they look at your face. They find that attractive, and they don't care about what you're driving.
Cars don't attract women. Are you kidding me? What's next? Taller guys are
Yeah, she'd like to have your car. Doesn't attract her.
not more attractive than shorter guys? If you're a 5'6" manlet like Coach Greg, you really think you can look as good as somebody who's 6'2"?
She may want to use you to drive around in your car, but she's not attracted to you because you have a nice looking car. She's attracted to the car and you driving her in it. Greg is an idiot.
Oh, and also good looking? Of course not. This guy lives in a bizarro fantasy world where he thinks that nothing actually matters.
Turns out most...
What the?
I love how Greg's trying to debunk him with fake things. It's just ridiculous. It's funny watching.
God, it's National Avocado Day. I can definitely do this. I need a video script for social media.
Most women surprisingly aren't attracted to huge muscles. They like just normal people.
And so apparently women just like normal people. But even back in the 1930s, girls actually liked a little bit of muscle. And so again, he cherry picks
Back in the 1930s, he's making this stuff up. No, they didn't care about men with muscles, okay, whatsoever. They care about your face. That's it.
a video picking out a few girls. Yet I also did a video comparing what physiques women liked. And for the most part, it was somewhere between 10 and 15.
Oh man, they had to cover their faces just to look at. They say, which physique do you like? Well, of course they're going to say, well, which physique do I like? But once that thing comes off, they're looking at the face, bro. They don't really care about bodies. They care about faces.
15% body fat. And yeah, the guy in fact lifted weights. They did not.
Yeah, whatever. Goatis already proved this, man. They put these people up with an ugly face and a pretty face, and all the women were fucking bouncing for the pretty face. They don't care about the physique.
Prefer the guy that had no muscle whatsoever. And so the average woman does in fact prefer a guy with a little bit of muscle. You don't need
No, they don't. They had an ugly guy with a nice physique and a handsome guy with a regular physique. They all went after the handsome guy. Sorry, Greg, you lose.
to be jacked, a professional bodybuilder. You don't need to be shredded. But you do, in fact, need to be healthy if you want to be seen as highly attractive to most women.
Then the other thing to know is a lot of the bodybuilders out there are loading up on protein. They eat a lot of eggs. It's not necessarily healthy. It turns out to have an association with liver failure.
No, eating the recommended amount of protein to maximize building muscle, for example, 1 gram of protein per
Well, I don't know about liver failure and the amount of protein. I don't know, man. It's relative.
pound of body weight is not associated with liver disease.
It's not really protein. It's high nutrient animal products. It's really nutrients your body wants to stay healthy. It's not so much as I'm just eating protein. I would disagree there.
Liver problems, liver failure. It's just bullshit what this guy's saying.
Now let's take a look at women. Okay, women who hit the gym, who are weightlifting.
But now it really gets worse. This is where I said, yeah, I gotta do a video. And this guy starts picking on women who go to the gym, women who work out. He's literally saying that if you're a woman and you go lift weights, it's going to boost your testosterone levels so much that you're gonna get a deep voice, grow a mustache, and become infertile.
You are going to do that. You're going to boost it temporary. You're going to crash your hormones. That's for sure. You're going to lower your testosterone in men. So they're going to boost it temporarily. And yeah, they might grow some hair and I don't know, deeper voice and whatever. They become more masculine to lifting somewhat. I don't know. Yeah, they'll become infertile. That's right.
That not sound like a woman who goes to the gym and uses steroids? Really?
When you do that, that resistance training triggers an abnormal hormonal testosterone response that builds up in their bloodstreams.
Really? Are you guys hearing this? Are you
Yeah, it's true. The report is true. I was going to bring that one up too, man, actually. Got that.
listening to what the nonsense this guy is spewing?
And this can
What
cause
nonsense. What are you talking about? It's National Institute of Health. Bro, it's PubMed right there. It's the truth. They're telling you. They're not lying in there, Greg. You're a liar.
a loss of feminine qualities, deeper voice, or even infertility, and that stress can induce issues with pregnancy, like abortion.
And so, yeah, all the girls out there going to the gym, lifting natural, probably going to cause abortion. Probably going to turn you into a man.
It can't do that. It's known fact. Since I was a child, I knew these things.
Testosterone itself, an overloading of that has been linked to cancer as well. And so as it turns out, a lot of women bodybuilders end up infertile.
And does he not think that these
Because of the stress on the body. That's what's happening there.
women bodybuilders who end up infertile, tragically, does he not think that maybe some of them were taking steroids? Like, really?
People are just afraid to
Not
tell
everybody.
women this truth because they're going to get canceled.
And so he
Does not natural bodybuilding exist, Greg, or is it all fake? So I guess it's all fake now. You just proved that. Thank you, Greg.
thinks that us fitness influencers, that we don't dare say this for fear of getting canceled. Oh my goodness, if we spoke the truth to women that if they go and work out, they're going to become infertile, who could
Yeah, it's true. Why don't you tell them the truth, Greg?
say that? The reason we don't say it is because it's bullshit.
In my opinion, bodybuilding
Prove it, Greg. Prove that it's bullshit. He just proved that it's true. What are you talking about?
for women is essentially sterilization.
And so in his opinion, I mean, this is where he should get canceled. Bodybuilding for women is sterilization.
It is. It's unnatural for women to be doing physical jobs. The man would do the physical job. That's why they died young. And the women would stay home and take care of the kids. That was the whole gambit. Women age a lot faster than men when they do physical jobs. I could prove this. I've seen these goading women in mountains in these countries in the Middle East. Some were way out, some were down there across the world. Man, they look so aged. They were like, they go, how old are you? Well, we're 30. But they looked like they were like 60, bro. They look so old. And they said, we're so aged from this job that we're working. We work so hard, physical labor. Yeah, man, it ages the shit out of you.
He's literally saying that in the future they should disqualify and ban, disallow.
Plus the food they're eating, the work and all this, it's accelerated aging. Yeah.
People from competing lifting weights if they're female.
If you take a look at like K-pop stars, for example, and like some of the Japanese people or Asian people, they are living the longest out of any society.
And so he thinks that K-pop stars are living the longest because they don't bodybuild. Well, last I checked, K-pop stars do in fact work out. I've done videos on these people. And the reason they're living so long is because they're not eating a ton of shit. And
they're not doing exercise, man. Japanese people don't believe in any of that shit. They don't give a shit about that, or Koreans. Those Asian people, they don't care about gyms and everything. It's like when you go to South America. There are some gyms down there, they get some crazy people in on it, but the good majority of people, they even have steroids available in every pharmacy. Why aren't you seeing people walking down the street in Mexico and everything, looking massive everywhere, massive guys everywhere, gym goers with their gym bags and all that? Because they're living life. They don't care about that stuff, man. They know that they hate physical labor, especially in a hot climate. They're aware of these things. They're not stupid.
they're doing cardio. They're moving more. Less of them are morbidly obese. They move more, have less
People are only overweight because they're eating the wrong diet, stressing their body out.
access to junk food, and so they care more about their health.
Junk food? Well, why would you eat junk food? Is junk food, Greg? That doesn't make any sense. Greg's such an idiot.
It has nothing to do with the fact that they don't have big muscles, but more to do with their lifestyle choice.
It's quite possible that 100 years from now, every single gym and weightlifting facility will be banned, kind of like how cigarettes were banned.
And so it's quite likely in 100 years from now, they'll ban.
I don't know if it's banned. If they want you to die faster than the last time, then they'll try to open up more and get you hooked on this to get you to drop off.
All people from working out. It'll kind of be like cigarettes. They'll make it illegal. You can't do it. It's too harmful. This is complete and utter nonsense bullshit. I can't believe the guy made this video. I can hardly believe he made it, let alone post it.
80% of statistics are just made up on the spot. You see, as a scientist myself,
And so he says, as a scientist myself, I know that all these statistics oftentimes are made up. And so what do you think you did with your own research? What do you think you did with your own statistics?
I don't know, man. What are you talking about?
You cherry-picked the data that supported your argument.
He didn't cherry pick anything, man. He just showed you the truth, proof.
You never presented both sides, and you didn't even research it enough. You overemphasized the fact that they lift weights and never...
It's not something you need to research, bro. Emphasize this is true in the natural world. This is how things corrode, corrupt, and fall apart. If you drive your car around and it gets rust and this and that, the environment, oxidation, and all these things stress out the shit out of your car by driving it every day, this, that, of course it's going to age, fall apart, and corrupt and fall apart, bro. But a car that stays in a garage sedentary, nothing's happening to it. That's why these car collectors, they put them in garages. Why do you think they keep them in there? And they take the car out periodically. They don't do it chronically, so they don't wear it out and it die. Greg, you understand me? Your body could get some benefits if you do things periodically, but you don't want to do that. You want to do things chronically and age and destroy and stress your body out and getting some inflammation there.
emphasize the fact that it's likely from using steroids.
if you have big muscles, maybe you get to age
Likely from steroids. Everything is steroids. We're all on steroids, bro.
48. If you have medium muscles, you get a few years longer. And if you want to live really long, maybe go for more of a moderate, natural approach.
And so he says if you have big
I wouldn't give you a few years longer, even if you did some medium muscles. I would just say that losing muscle as you get older because you're eating a herbivore diet or something, whatever you're doing, could that shorten your lifespan? I don't know. It depends, man. If you get a disease, something, eating the wrong diet. Again.
muscles, you're going to live to about 48. If you have medium muscles, well, you're going to live a bit longer. But if you have no muscles, well, you're going to live forever, perhaps as long as Brian Johnson. But we know that Brian Johnson is lifting.
Man, we're born with muscle on our body. How are we able to move on this planet?
weights every single day and is on HRT. The guy is literally...
Brian Johnson looks like a scarecrow. Look at him. He looks anorexic. He's sick. He looks absolutely sick. He's pale. He gets no vitamin D. He looks terrible, man. He's aging. His program is accelerated aging. It's just a cosmetic program to pretend he's anti-aging. He's not.
taking testosterone. And so if it was so bad to have muscles...
God, he's taking artificial hormones, eating artificial food, taking artificial fucking tablets, doing artificial fucking ab workouts with machines and everything. Everything he's doing is artificial. So how the fuck is this reverse aging? It's crazy.
Why would Brian Johnson be lifting weights?
You know, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to this. Who are you going to believe?
And so I asked you the same question. At the end of the...
How the hell can a weight anti-age you? This is insane. How can it extend your lifespan? How does it extend it? It does not. It has no magic powers.
Day, who are you going to believe? This guy that used to work for Google?
Yeah, I'm going to believe him over you because you're a salesman. You're a charlatan. You'll sell anything to anybody so you can make a profit.
Studied first aid once and so thinks himself as an expert? Or someone like Coach Greg who's got a master's in kinesiology?
Yeah, Coach Greg who's like sitting there with all these protein powders trying to sell them to you and a crazy fake cookbook and everything. And I got a kinesiology. What is that? So what? That's just as bad as I don't know. Whatever. This is ridiculous.
And studied this his entire life.
Are you going to listen to me, ex-Google, ex-Facebook tech lead, not to be underestimated how intelligent I am? I seem smart. I am smart.
Is this really a serious question?
He is extremely smart for making that video. I should have made that video a long time ago.
A tech genius type guy that does programming for computers, that's really good at using computers and does Facebook stuff? Or someone who has a master's in kinesiology, studied the human body his entire life?
Nobody seems capable of any real thought anymore these days. We're living in the social media echo chamber.
Yeah, like yourself. You're spewing nonsense bullshit. Makes no sense.
No, he's not. That's all you keep doing is screaming that he keeps spewing out nonsense and bullshit. But you haven't proved anything that it correlates to any longevity. You just keep saying people are, they're going to die, this, that. Where's your proof in PubMed or any scientific report that this will correlate to longevity? You didn't prove anything, Greg, because you're a fake influencer.
Have you really thought about this? Now, if you do in fact care about your health and number one priority is longevity, then please do a...
Okay, prove it, Greg. Show us something, anything. Just give us something that it will give you some longevity or something. It will do something to your body. Like, prove it to us. Give us something.
150 minutes of cardio a week. Train your entire body with weights 2 times a week. Eat healthy. Don't neglect your fitness and don't allow...
No, don't tell us that. Prove it to us with something that there was a study done or a test or something. A meta-analysis, please.
Allow yourself to become obese. And the number one supplement I recommend for longevity...
I don't want to take your word for it, Greg. I don't trust you. I don't care if you have kinesiology, fucking bullshit degree thing, whatever. Prove to us that it has something to correlate with longevity, all this stuff, and that it's healthy for you. You already proved it's all unhealthy because steroids and bodybuilding and all this and whatever they're doing is unhealthy. But prove the exercise part too. Prove that it's healthy. Not just people are taking steroids or your friends there, your buddies there on stage and all that. Prove to us something, Greg.
For being healthy, for your heart, the number one muscle in your body, GO2 max, the main...
Oh, there we go. Haha, some more poison tablets. Here, eat this and stress yourself. Buy this tablet. Thank you.
Ingredient NMN, been studied in double-blind cookbooks, training books, real studies. So you've heard me say this in hundreds of videos. You know by now just how effective this is in the real world. And it's not...
Yes, it's so effective. It ages the shit out of you. See you in the next one. This is ridiculous.
Just in couch potatoes or old people, it's also in experienced runners. And so please click the link in the description, code Greg, 10%.
Let me know which you're optimizing for, muscles or lifespan.
And so whether you're optimizing for...
Exactly. What are you optimizing for? Lifespan, or are you optimizing for muscles? And remember, if you're chasing muscles, that will correlate to shortening lifespan. See the difference? Yes. In the physical world. I agree.
Lifespan or muscles, you shouldn't become obese. You should be lifting weights, and you should also be doing...
You won't become obese if you eat your natural diet, and you shouldn't be lifting weights. You shouldn't be doing any of those things. You should be doing what is best for the body and not for you.
cardio. It's all about balance. But
No,
one
it's not. But everybody's chasing this cosmetic look. That's why they're going to the gym. The truth is that it's not health that they're chasing. Okay, there are people that are sick. They think, well, this is the answer to my health, going to the gym. But at some point, it turns around and it becomes cosmetic. Yeah, and it's not healthy at all whatsoever. There's no correlation.
thing you shouldn't be doing is using performance enhancing. And remember, GO2 Max.
Oh, you shouldn't be doing any of those things. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you think about that. Like,
It's not banned by WADA. It's not a performance enhancing.
Yes. It's not banned, WADA, this, that. I'll see you in the next one, man. Subscribe and like and comment down below, man. It's just ridiculous shit. I gotta go.